Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. What's up? Happy Wednesday. Yo, we here. One of my favorite days. What's up, Tay? I see you at the top spot. Hey yo, that's a first for you, ain't it? What's going on, man? How you doing? Always good to see you. Tell your mother I said what's up. Hey Simone, what's going on? How you feeling today? Always good to see you. Breezy Breeze, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Life with lot. Hey, yo, where you been at? You been big bluffing. We ain't seen you on a winning Wednesday, a thriving Thursday, a focus Friday, or nothing. What's up with you? How you doing? Chaos smoothies. What's up, yo? Hey, yo, y'all better get y'all immunity smoothies in there, man. This second round of COVID that's about to come around ain't about to be no joke. Get them immunities up in you. What's up, Chaos smoothies? Hey, did y'all see Chaos smoothies had put her jewel up before mine? What was it, yesterday or like the day before yesterday? Yo, I know that's right. Always good to see it. King Core, what's going on, King Core? How you feeling, yo? Yo, that's self-love, Jewel, that you did. Yeah. And yo, speaking of our jewels, make sure y'all tune in to Baltimore City Public Schools around like 7. So like right soon as we leave here, because they supposed to be playing our jewels video. Matter of fact, I need to get it set up so that I'm recording that so I can get it when it come on. But yeah, man, that self-love jewel. Oh, cool kid. What's up, Beans? How you doing? Always good to see you, Beans. Y'all, Beans in Virginia, y'all. Still tuning in. That's what's up. Hey, Ma. Y'all see my mother over here. Hey, Ma. Niecy Pooh. What's up, Taylor? Always good to see you. All love. Well, how you feeling today? What's going on, man? How y'all doing? Yo, before Miss England come on here, I know she on her way. This what I gotta say, yo. Don't let this be you. I got so many letters, yo. So many letters. It is sad, yo. It's ridiculous, yo. Don't let this be you. When you got an opportunity to do something great, to do something big, or even just to do better with your life, yo, don't waste it being around the wrong people, the wrong situations. Because if you get caught up, them police people ain't trying to hear none of that. Them prosecutions and lawyers for the other side or whatever the case may be, they not trying to hear none of that, yo. You will literally get caught up in the wrong type of situation just being around the wrong people because their crap becomes your crap. And it's crazy because it's some good kids who I know, good kids, just in a bad predicament, a bad situation. Didn't have to be. Didn't have to be. And that's why I say all the time, do you make your mistakes, make your own decisions, all that stuff like that, but you ain't never gonna say that I ain't tell you. You ain't never, ever gonna be able to say, yo, Miss Joni ain't told me. Because if I counted how many times in these letters, and these just some of them, where people were saying, I wish I would have listened, that's probably like the common theme. Like, I wish I would have listened. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now I gotta fill out video visitation forms because y'all know they got the new Skype thing. Since they're not allowing you to go and visit people in jail or whatever, you can Skype with them. So now I gotta fill this out. Don't have me in this situation, y'all. This is not a fun situation to be in. It's not a fun situation. Yo, I don't know when Miss England that say, but I'm sure she is on her way. You know how Miss England do. She probably getting all fancy, yo. She probably getting real fancy. And you know what? Last week I noticed too, like my comments wasn't working. Let me make sure. I make sure my comments working. Because when we ended last week, after I had actually ended it, I must have had at least like 20 comments that just like popped up like out of nowhere. So I gotta make sure that we is good. Oh, hold up. Miss Angela texting me right now. Let me see what's up. Oh, she ain't texting me about right now, but she's texting me. I think she coming though, y'all. See, I think these comments slow. Cause Taylor, I'm just getting your call. Your comment is just coming up. That's saying where can we see our video? And I'm sure you sent that a while ago. I'm just getting emails. I mean, just getting comments, seeing y'all speaking to my mother. So I know that, yo, YouTube is just dumb. It's just dumb. So he said comments from 10 months ago. Hey yo, YouTube, yo. Breezy said I'm walking through Towson, but I couldn't miss. Hey yo, I know that's right. Yo, Breezy, be safe out there, man. Is there anything even really open out there for real? I ain't been nowhere in a minute. Y'all, I don't know what Miss England doing, but I guess if y'all got something, we can go ahead and get into a little conversation, a little something, something, cause I don't know what's up, man. Let me hit her up. Listen, I got my mask on and everything. Okay. All right, I'm hitting up Miss England, y'all. I just asked her when she coming, y'all, with a little crazy crying face, y'all. Yo, uh, Nisi Poo, yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube and on Facebook. It's I know on YouTube, it's called City Schools TV. Yeah, they didn't send me the preview of like everything like put together like the final product, but I'm pretty sure that it came out good. Yeah, because y'all really did a good job. Next time though, I'm not gonna tell y'all what it's for. I'm just gonna say, yo, can you just make a jewel, yo? So that way I can so we can keep the regular just authenticity and all that. Like sometimes when you try too hard, like you ain't even gotta do that. You know, like you just gotta do what you normally do. I like them bonnet jewels. That's what we gonna do. Yeah, it's live now because they doing different grades at a certain time. There she go, y'all. DC, you crazy. No, we like the ghetto. Miss Ayla, can you hear? Hey, Stinker, can y'all hear us? No, I can't. We can't hear you, sis. Dang. Your tech guru Stinker gotta fix you up. Okay. Yo, that's what was happening. She was ironing the head down. That's what was happening. Okay. Yeah, they not up yet, y'all. They the video is definitely not going to be up yet. When it's going to be, I think we got like the 7 o'clock hour with the youth up next spot. That's like the last one for the high school kids. Sis, can y'all hear Miss England? Because I can't hear. But you can hear me.
Try now. Can you hear me?
There we go. Yes. Thank you, Stinker. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yo.
Jesus.
We was like, that's why you was on CP time. You was ironing the hair down.
Oh no, this is a new one. It's not on. It's new. This is Cindy.
Oh, that's a Cindy. You just threw it on real quick.
Yeah, real new. So let me just throw in a little something. Y'all save some money. Amazon. Yeah.
Okay. Yo, that thing look like it's coming out of your scalp, yo.
Okay, Amazon, boo. Okay, just want to throw it out for my young ladies. Save a couple of dollars. You know, Amazon did me well for a nice price.
Did you see? That thing looks so natural and real, yo. It's bouncing and everything.
Yes, okay. Amazon.
The little pot.
Yes, I could play this. Yeah, this is nice. So yes, they should never told me about it, man.
Yo, I just knew Stank of the Dawn was in there flat ironing that thing, yo. Wow.
I was getting us ready. You see what I sent you, right?
Yes, yes.
Hello, everybody. What is up? Don't show that yet, but we're going to get to it. So hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to our living room. How are y'all doing this Wednesday? How's everybody doing? Thumbs up if you're doing great. Thumbs down. It's been one of them days. Down. And if you're not sure, just say, I'm not sure. And it's okay. Let me know what we got, Joni, so we can get started.
You definitely getting them hot eyes on the hair, though.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, this when you wear your suits. This when you go to the business meetings and be for real.
Yeah. Taylor gave the thumbs up. Chaos Moody says she doing great.
That's amazing. The word great. I love it.
Tay said, Miss England, I had a successful pop-up shop last Saturday. That's what's up, Tay.
Amazing. That's what's up. All right, y'all.
King Cool gave a thumbs up too.
Who?
King Cool.
Oh, okay. Hey, King Cool. So since, you know, we've been talking about it, so I'm bringing it to you. We're going to talk about accountability. And
Ramon gave you thumbs up too.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm glad to hear the thumbs up, and I haven't seen a thumbs down, so that's good. We don't want no thumbs down, right? That's good. That means that we are really working on our mental health, and that means if you came through some challenges this week, I feel great to know in my mind that y'all was willing to work on them, and you did great. So today was the day that you feeling amazing. So give yourself a pat in the back, because I know it was some distractions this week. So give yourself some pats, because I know I had me some. So, you know. Like this light is, you know, not doing nothing for me, but I'm still learning. So accountability. We've been talking about this for a while. And it's what I realized when I said I was going to bring this to you guys, I realized that I had to think about how this would affect us in the long run. So I want y'all to deal with me. Excuse me. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what that looks like is accountability. When y'all hear the word accountability, the first thing y'all think about, put a word in the chat. What is the first thing you think about when you hear accountability? Real fast.
Taylor said responsibility.
Okay. That's, you know, you're right, Taylor. It is responsibility. Anybody else before I move on?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm gonna move on because we got a lot of content. So I want to make sure we get into it. So accountability is a state of being accountable or an obligation of willingness to accept responsibilities for one action. What was funny, it also said accountability does not mean punishment. And you know what? That's what we live for all the time. We always think, I'm gonna hold somebody accountable. We automatically think there's a punishment when we talk about accountability. I know for me, I do. When I think about accountability, it's always in a negative light and not in the positive light. What you think, Joni?
I think accountability is love. Because if I don't care about you, then go ahead and make whatever mistakes you're going to make or do whatever it is you're going to do that's going to put you in whatever ditch that you're digging. So, I mean, definitely I agree with Taylor in terms of responsibility when I'm thinking about myself, but just the overall concept, I just feel like that's a hard part of growth that you got to be mature enough to understand.
You do, but you talking about what about, are we talking about holding others accountable or holding yourself accountable?
Both. It applies to both. Like you got to treat yourself the same way that you would treat outsiders. And I think sometimes how we treat others is a reflection of how we treat ourselves.
I agree. All right, how y'all feel? Thumbs up, how y'all feeling? Because I agree with Johnny.
Cole said doing what I said I was going to do.
Say it again. It sound like you went in the water, sis.
Oh, my bad. Can you hear me? Is it good now?
Now you back to that.
King Core said doing what I said I was going to do.
You know what I found out I was good at? I was good at holding other people accountable. But when it came to my accountability, I felt like I wasn't holding myself accountable. I was making excuses. Does that make sense? It was like,
dude, and mine used to be backwards for so long. For so long, I would just hold myself accountable, and I wasn't worrying about what other people was doing.
Yeah. And that's why I love it when you have different views, because you can see different parts of it, and it gives the people watching different views of how you can be on either side. So when we talk about holding yourself accountable, it means that you stay away from viewing yourself as a victim of circumstances. Let's digest that, because a lot of times I find that people love to be a victim. And because victim comes with resources.
And attention.
And attention. Yeah, resources and attention. So holding yourself accountable means that you stay away from viewing yourself as a victim of circumstances. That's deep. Because that means that no matter of what you've been through, so I can no longer say, because of my mom addiction, I can't be successful in life because of that. Like, because of I'm being a victim. So I'm always, every time somebody says, so Chanel, why you never finished that project? Or why your business ain't, girl, because you know my mother was doing. Or girl,
you got a heartbeat that's a deadbeat that need to be listening to you right now, Miss England.
You know, like, oh girl, you know I got 3 kids. I don't know how to do that. That's when I always got to give you examples, because I want you to understand. I swear, saying like, as soon as we get in here, Grandma and Ava had the best conversations that they'll never be in the kitchen any other time. But anyway, I'm sorry. Also accountable, when you hold yourself accountable, you have a sense of ownership for yourself and the consequences of your actions. Think about that for a minute. You have a sense of ownership for yourself and the consequences of your action. It's so funny when we go out with our friends or we at work, we always want to hold somebody accountable for their actions. But what about you when you do it? Because I realized I was doing that a lot. I can hold somebody accountable. I could say that, but then I thought about it. I was wrong a lot of times too. A lot of times I wasn't stepping up out of my heart. You know what I mean? I was doing things. I mean, just not saying just because, let me not say that. I was doing things, but I wasn't really holding myself accountable when I knew it wasn't in alignment. Do that make sense? Do I need to break that down?
No, I think that makes sense. I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Okay. So I want us to make sure when I talk about it, because we're going to get deep on it. So again, you have a sense of ownership for yourself and the consequences of your actions. You got to have consequences of your action. It's no longer if I go out with my friends tonight. I did it all the time for me. I will go out knowing I had to be work in the morning. Now, my consequence for that action is, do you get up and go to work? Even though you had a choice to go out last night? Or do you call in and use that as I'm tired, and then you bring up excuses that I'm tired and why you can't perform at work, and not holding yourself accountable and showing up because you choose to make that choice to go out. Do y'all got me? Tell me how the comments look,
Yo,
because I want to make sure y'all got me on this. Because
I'm with you. Hey, yo, if yo, please, y'all, put some comments and let us know where y'all at. Hey, Naeem, because I'm feeling this conversation. Because if I had to say part of the like key as to why I was able to elevate so quickly in corporate America is exactly kind of what you explaining. I held myself to such high standards, high accountability that it stretched beyond me. So when somebody else did something that was wrong, I took the blame for it, even though it wasn't my fault. And people noticed that about me. And it's just one of those leadership traits that people admire and people appreciate because it's so rare. So you speaking to my
so
soul right
how did
now.
you get to that though? How did you get to the point where you held yourself accountable?
Because I knew I didn't want to be poor and that I knew that this was a blessing, an opportunity that I wasn't supposed to have for me to build for myself. So for me, I looked at it as like, if I don't do well here at this job, what am I going to do? Go back to McDonald's? Go to Burger King, KFC, because those were the only type of jobs I would be qualified for on paper. So I'm looking at this like, oh my God, I got to do the very, very best that I can. And I got to be better than average because I'm already starting at a deficit.
So you use where you came from because you was in a deficit as being accountable to making sure to get where you go. When
Had to.
some
I ain't no
other
room
people
for
use
error.
as the deficit as we'll never get anywhere because this is what I was born into, and it's just I'm not going to make it because of my circumstances. So you see how people can look at it in two different ways. You understand what I'm saying? Wait a minute, I'm about to be a little mother real fast. Hold on.
Oh yeah, go ahead. King Core say, I'm with you. That's what's up, King Core. Yo, and this is why I be telling people like about my cuss outs and stuff. Yo, my cuss outs are a blessing. It probably don't feel like a blessing when you getting it, but years down the line, when you go back and look and see your growth, you will look back and thank the people who held you accountable and who held you to high standards because that's true growth just in
And
life.
I think too, we look at accountability as a bad thing because we feel like we so it's somebody telling us what we did wrong, and we so used that being wrong means punishment that you can't get right, but that's not true. The narrative can be people can give you great advice and feedback, but it's for your growth, and I think that's where we mess up at as people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta be hungry for growth. When you hungry for growth, you want that accountability. You don't want nobody to tell you what you're doing right and all the good stuff. You want to get right to what do I need to improve on? Where am I going wrong? I know when I was in corporate America, when we used to get like our semi-annual and annual reviews, when I used to sit down, that's all I wanted to know. Don't tell me all these great things that I'm doing. Tell me my areas of improvement.
And see, that's what people are scared of because the fact that we don't even address it in ourselves. So this is again connects to your soul because you have to address those things when people do come to you and say, you know what, you might want to grow in this area. And it might hurt your feelings because you're feeling out somebody doing your flaws. But the whole time it's like, listen, I see something in you, but in this area, you just need a little work. And it's okay because this is what I have learned. I used to think that to be an entrepreneur, a boss, you had to know everything in every aspect. Yeah, you can be and learn every aspect, but it's so great to have those expertise in your space because it makes your business better. It tell me I'll learn it because it's a part of my business, but I'm gonna still get somebody to support me in this because this is where I know I need my support in. You got me? So
Man, I got
even
you.
when we talking about you doing stuff at school, when you talking about picking your people to be on your teams, think about who around you. Yeah, I don't like to speak, but I see Shorty like to speak a lot. Let's put her on and let her be the speaker. That's what I'm talking about when you think about your resources. Oh, I don't like to write, but Shorty write a lot. Let's put her on my team. Start thinking that way. Not that it's a competition. It's not about who's better than who. It's all about, let me bring the best out of you and bring the best out of me. And then we a beast because we bring in different things that can birth. When we both got a Chanel and a Chanel together on a journey and we have the same skills, we will not be great. I mean, I would love for me to be, what I mean by that is I would love for me and my best friend to do it and say a Chanel like me, they have the same skills, but I wouldn't go anywhere because I wouldn't be able to grow in certain areas. So my business won't be great. So I need another Chanel with a different skill. I need another Tiffany. I need that person because that would make your business great. And it's not that you coming in and holding people to say now, oh, now I feel like I'm giving them a part of my business. No, you're telling them your vision and they bringing it to life. That's it.
No.
But the next part about that I had to figure out that was real, and I keep telling y'all about this was real for me. And it said, you do not let others do what you must do yourself. And you commit to daily work accomplished to your goals. Let me tell you what that looked like. For me, I was always waiting for somebody. I'm waiting for somebody to help me write my business plan. I'm waiting for somebody to help me give me this. I'm going to wait for somebody to help me do that. And then I thought about it. While I'm waiting for somebody, I could do it myself. What I'm waiting for every day. Yes, I work and I have this, but I don't care if it's 20, 30 minutes. We got a phone. I start utilizing my phone notes, start putting stuff in my notes. Let me download Word. Let me see what I have to do. So I started utilizing that. But at first, I ain't gonna lie. Again, the beginning of the year, when we talk about the process where I was before I got to understanding how it works for the mind, I was a person assuming other people was going to do this. Oh, they're going to help me with my business plan. They're going to help me make sure I get my ID for the Maryland thing, all of that. Let me tell you how God worked. Did that one time with somebody and it didn't even work. I did it myself the first time and I got it. Everything approved. Wow. And that's a testimony. Real stuff. Everything approved. And I was like, and I told God, I said, so now if this come back and everything be approved, I already know that this was nothing but you from the beginning saying, I told you everything that you look for somebody else, I can help you. So the first thing, you do not let others do what you must do yourself. You got to do the work. You can't sit and ask your boyfriend or your girlfriend, what's wrong with me and what's my weakness? Can't. I mean, it's good and put the add into how you can grow, but that's a relationship with another connection. What about the relationship with you? How do you connect with you? How do you hold yourself accountable? You have to do the work. You got to remember throughout all our years, okay, see, I was rolling. You got to remember throughout our years of growing up, we was learning to be accountable to someone else. Think about it. And when I read this, I was like, this is kind of true. As a young child, we must do what our parents tell us or punishment will come. Parents was, accountable to somebody else. As students, we must do what our teachers tell us or our grades would be affected, accountable to somebody else. As employees, we must do what our boss say. Or, what that comes, no funding for you, accountable to somebody else. Our understanding and being accountable, our action is driven by the need to comply with other people's demands. Think about it. Everything I just said was from your parents' demands, school demands, job demands. But no one shows us how to be accountable for ourselves. The first thing you get born is you got to do what my parents say because I got to do it or I'm going to get in trouble. But what about I have to do my homework and clean up and do my chores because that is going to help me in the future to be stable and be accountable when I know I have to do a project, when I know I have to do certain things. You have to think about it a little differently. Joni, how I'm working? How we doing?
No, listen, you was on fire when you was talking about that whole idea of like having like other people around you and stuff like that, because I just had a hard conversation with one of our teams, and part of what I was telling them too is that you got to be able to create synergy with other people.
Can you explain what that is? Because some people may not understand what that means.
Yeah, so synergy is when you and the people who you were working with, whether it be like on a team, a project, or whatever the case may be, y'all working towards a common goal, but everybody is using their talents and their gifts and their strengths, and people are complementing each other's strength versus it being a competition. If I'm good at X and somebody else is good at B, together we are an amazing team in terms of getting whatever the thing is done. And that right there is something that I was really good at creating, which was why when I was at Comcast, they could put me in any building, in any state, in any city, and wherever I was at, they was going to be number one in the nation because I was just really good at helping teams create that synergy. And our weakest person was somebody else's best person. But it wasn't because I gave that person any more skills. We were just really, really good at finding what people were good at and putting them in positions and places where they were good at so that they could perform at top levels.
And the thing about it is, them people probably didn't even notice that you was looking. So
Didn't
when
notice.
it's time that to have those conversations and those teams, you already know who to put in place because you've been watching. And probably those people was holding themselves accountable every day, saying, I gotta show up, I gotta be at time, I gotta make sure that I'm not taking that much time off because I want to have a seat at the table to do higher things. So you see how it goes back to yourself. And then once you get to yourself, other people start recognizing how you hold yourself accountable to the point they will start bringing you to the table. So Joni just showed that. She just said how that works. So we got to make sure that we being conscious of what we committing to and to ourselves.
Oh, yes. And that helped me so much because when you holding yourself really high, it ain't nothing nobody else can do. Like other people can't behold you but so high because you already got yourself up to that highest standard. So, and
And
King
a
Core
lot of,
has said,
go ahead, I'm listening.
no, I say King Core had put in the comments that some people take criticism the wrong way. And I was just saying like that I agree with him, like people who aren't mature and who aren't in that space of growth yet in their life, of course, they're going to see it as a negative and not really as a positive.
No, and if they were being held accountable, always positive all their life, that was their experience. So they don't understand that accountability comes from love. So if you've been in a household where every time you've been held accountable, you felt unloved or you felt like you just been, destroyed or whatever, that means that you so used to being in that same behavior. So when you get to another person who shows accountability with love, it's hard for them to adjust because it's like, oh, I'm confused. I thought they loved me and they don't know what it looks like. But honestly, that's why I said it's a lot of work when we talk about these things because it's soul working because it holds you to be accountable with everything that you do. And it's not even now, like for me, it used to be, I hold myself accountable because I have 3 children that are women that's going to grow up to be women. And then I am a community leader. So I hold myself accountable at certain things. But after I went through this, going through this research for you guys, it was like, Dad, what about just holding myself accountable because I'm just Chanel and I'm a woman? Like, forget that I have 3 children. I mean, thank you. And I'm a community leader, but why not just hold myself accountable because I'm just a woman, right? So I want us to understand what that looks like.
Naeem said the crazy part about it, people pretend or acting like they don't know how to hold themselves accountable, and it's so sad.
Yeah. Now, Amy, it's sad, but they probably ain't pretending. It's probably they really don't. Or you have some people who hold everybody accountable, and when you hold it to them, they feel disrespected.
We just had that, Miss England, in one of our programs and one of our projects. We just had that where somebody was holding other people accountable all the way up to the wall, but then as soon as it came to them, it was all like, no, can't hold me accountable. But the thing that I didn't like about it was that they basically held themselves accountable in front of me, but not in front of nobody else.
So that meant that they felt like they put you on the pedestal than everybody else.
There ain't no pedestal. That's manipulation.
Yeah, it is. But it is also saying that I have so much respect for her that that's the highest one. So I won't disrespect that person.
Dang. Sis, I don't even look at it like that. I look at that as disrespect. I see what you're saying, though.
And I get what you're saying. It makes sense what you're saying. But I also understand so one thing a code in the streets is loyalty, right? And so if I'm loyal to you, I gotta keep it real with her, right? Because that's the one that really got me out where, out of my space. So I got to keep it real. I'm loyal to her, but everybody else, I ain't got to be loyal to. It's respect.
That's crazy, y'all. I didn't even think about it like that, y'all.
And I ain't thinking about the way you say it, but when you think of it, I can see why you can look at it manipulative. It could.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you think I'm a dummy?
No, but it's like, no, I
Are
just.
you really trying to play me? You telling me all the stuff that you know I want to hear. I was basically going to forgive the whole situation, yo. Before
It's
I
just
saw
like,
a video, before anything, I was going to forgive the whole situation. But then when I seen how they acting with other people,
but it's just like you said, it's the accountability where it's just like a parent. You don't want to disappoint that parent. You don't want to, it's just like, I don't want to disappoint you. I respect you enough. So if you want to hear certain things, I'm going to let you tell you that because I respect you. Everybody else, because if I cuss everybody else, I could cuss you out. I didn't do it because I respect you, not everybody else.
yeah, that's terrible. Hey, James. James on here, Central Creativity.
Yes, Jane.
Always good to see James. We love some James.
Yes, because that's one that holds me accountable. Okay.
Yo, you got to. And I'm glad that our heartbeats are comfortable enough managing up, like, and that they can check us and hold us accountable and all that. Cause I'll be the first one to say, yo, call me out, y'all.
Yes, call me out. Believe me, call me out. Because what I don't want is never to disrespect me or my brands that I represent. Never. Never. And one thing about it too, these things are virtual and they on there forever. And I don't know, nobody will be like, remember Singer was on there, and everybody want to keep looking at it, and I look back and it got like 5,100 views. That ain't.
Yo, you know how many people gonna be coming back looking at this, yo, once we on. I
I
mean, we
know,
already on, but when we get on, where we
but I
going?
found it nothing crazy. Okay.
Yo, what?
Tell me, hold me accountable. And another thing that why we don't hold ourselves accountable to, because we put too much on ourselves. And what I mean by that, you overload yourself with other people's mess. I got to do this for so and so. I got to go through this. I got to go through that. And the next thing you know, the day is gone, and then you be like, "Oh, I ain't do nothing for myself," because you didn't. You held everybody to a certain thing, but yourself. Take time management. I had to learn it. I had to understand that sometimes I just can't do it. It just won't be done. Because what I'm doing is I'm holding myself accountable for my peace. Okay. And I'm really practicing that. And it's really different because people are used to you respond in a certain way. And when you change how you respond, they don't know how to react. And it's not saying I'm protecting my peace. It's showing you how I'm protecting my peace. That's the difference. Because we could say it all day long.
Yeah, no, that's deep, Miss Anchor.
It is deep. It really is deep. What we have in the comments? I think Ava want to be a part. We ain't gonna get her no attention.
Hey,
Just keep coming.
yo, we got some good things happening. Naeem talking about he in his second day of the STEAM program. It's going great so far. Kudos to you, Naeem.
Good, bro.
Marta General, he's a part of the Student Government Association. Yeah, and they recognized his leadership. He said they saw something in him and they love my leadership. They better, all them headaches I got over you, they better love that leadership. They better recognize that leadership. Man.
What else going on? Tell me some other stuff.
Naeem and James going to do a design collab. That's what's up.
Yes.
Always. Nothing else is in the comments, but I want to bring something to your attention that's kind of related to this conversation a little bit. So I was having a conversation with somebody who graduated high school, all that, right? Started college, now deciding to leave college. Leaving college, two reasons. The one main reason, got to work to pay bills to help the family out. And then the second reason, because the whole virtual stuff is just a little overloading, just a little too much. My thing is, especially if we're talking about accountability, you got to hold yourself accountable too for where you want to be in the future. And this particular person has already made it known that they want to be successful, they want to do big things, they want to have nice things, and they want to have this lifestyle that's really not it's not indicative of the choices that they making right now. So I just want to know, like, from your perspective, like, um how do you get yourself into that mindset of holding yourself accountable for the future, especially as like a young person who just getting out here in this world, because so many times they only just thinking about the now and not really about the future.
So I'm gonna just say, for one, I truly believe that that's a lot. So one, they living for now. They not, like you said, they not looking for the future at all. And I think they looking at their circumstances and not looking at faith. Well, honestly, they could do both. You could definitely work and go to school. It's not hard. I think they are using excuses of their past and bringing it into their future of why they can't do it without saying it. I think for you, if I was their mentor, what I would ask for them to send me a plan of what it looks like, what they're going to do in 2 years with deadlines, of what that looks like and what support you need from me. Because one thing I tell young people when they graduate from high school, there's no Miss England, okay? This when you graduate, ain't no Miss England calling you saying it's time to go to work or to go to school. There's no Miss England saying, do you need a clock to get up in the morning? Or do you need food? There's none of that. You are on your own. So when you used to have access of me, it was because you were still kind of a minor growing into adult. And I was giving you these access as a pass to help you develop to become an adult. So you know that this resource is here as I grow. But when you graduate, there's no Miss England. Not saying I'm not going to be at reach, but if you have to understand you're growing to another level of adulthood and Miss England can't be there. So you have to take responsibility. And what I realized, I don't know if this is a girl or a boy, but
A
from
boy.
when we talked about this a while ago, years ago when we met, I told you I realized working in the system in high schools that our boys will make themselves fail in high school on purpose most of the time because they fail of success. Because a lot of times, if I graduate, next is come is death. So I think they don't have. So I would say one, that person probably would need some little therapy. But I will also ask them, I need a plan. Because if you're not going to school, then how are you going to get the steps that you need? And because once they sit down and plan, they realize the steps of what they're taking is not the steps to where they're going. But when we talk to them, it doesn't hit their brain. Does it make sense? But when they sitting down right in it and have to think about it, it becomes reality. Because it's like, because I need you to do this because I'm not holding your hand. I'm just providing supports as you go to the next step at every deadline.
Yeah.
And
No, that's good.
we gotta stop, like you said too, about I'm learning too, is that I learned I was giving too much, not giving too much, but I always want to make sure my kid's good. And I remember my first time when one kid was like, Zayna, I don't even know how I'm gonna make it. Like, there's no pantry down the street. Like I can't go in this down to the way I go to work and there's a pantry. Or if I ain't feeling good, I can go and talk to somebody. Or if I'm having a bad day, I can say, Raymond, work, I'll be right back. I gotta go talk to this lady in the office. But that's why we create these things. That's when you tell them, this is why we create spaces and have these conversations so you to have an outlet so you won't get overwhelmed. So that let me know that some way you wasn't going back to your YouTubes or our success sessions and looking at some of them sessions to get over some of the anxiety that you're feeling because we told you it's going to come. And
That's
this is
exactly
what
what I said.
and this is the thing though. I keep telling everybody, success is not rainbows and we hopping and skipping and we hula hooping. That's not success. Success is bumps and rolls. They come every day. And if you decide to quit the first time, then guess what? It's going to be hard for you because failure is not bad. Failure is saying, oh, I try again and get it together the next time. We was told that failure was bad. No, failure is okay. If it didn't work the first time in college, that's okay. Try the next semester. But come back with a plan. We do things and just say we're gonna do this, and nobody got a plan. And I just be like, well, where are you going? Because you're just doing. Have a plan. Have deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have somewhere to go. We gotta get in the habit of these deadlines. That's holding yourself accountable. Goes back again, holding yourself accountable, making sure these are the deadlines. This is where I want to be. These are the steps I gotta go. In your relationship, care who it is, you want to be a certain place in your relationship, homeboy, friends, whatever that is. Have deadlines. Hold yourself accountable. You ain't holding them. You're holding you. Because you're saying, I have standards to making sure I complete these things. And then what happened? You don't have to tell nobody what you're doing because they'll see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then like you said, they be calling you to the table. So we got to do that. We got to understand that. And we got to understand that success looks different for everybody. So you can't look at somebody's success and be like, I want that. Because this might not be for you.
Exactly.
Yours may come differently. So understand what that looks like, y'all.
Yo, thank you, Miss England, for that, yo, because
Yeah.
we definitely got a couple of deadbeats in the making.
Yeah, and it's sad to say, but see, the thing is, finally, give yourself permission to fail. Sound crazy, but it's all right. I thought to me at first was failure was embarrassment or shame. Man, then failure just mean that I tried something, I didn't get it right, and I'm trying again. That's it. Use fail as a tool about learning about yourself. Why did I fail? What part that I did not do in that? Start analyzing that stuff. See, we just go past and say, I fail, I ain't gonna try again. No, you gotta keep going it. Excuse me, you gotta keep it moving. This ain't, this is about the bloodline. And I'm gonna tell you how in a minute how it gets to your children, right? Because when we not holding ourselves accountable, and it's never been in your behavior, so now you are a teen going into adult, you're not holding on yourself accountable. So now you meet another adult and y'all have children, but you're still not holding yourself accountable. So all of the things that you didn't hold yourself accountable with, it don't matter what that could be, is things that you could break down into your children, right? And what I mean by that is sometimes your mess can goes down to your children's mess, right? So let's start how that can look. When we say breaking it down, when I didn't hold myself accountable to say that when I was going to be a young person, what am I that was had an addiction, living, didn't have a job, and I decided to have sex. I didn't hold myself accountable to wear a condom. So I had Corey. Thank you, Jesus, for not. I won't deny. But that's what I'm talking about, right? What if something happened and I got a disease because I didn't hold myself accountable and I got pregnant with Corey at the same time? Do you get what I'm saying? How my mess would have went to my children. So, Joni, can you split the screen of what I sent you in your text earlier? Because I wanted the people.
Oh, you need me to share it? You send it to my phone.
Oh, yeah, I'm a little slow. So, all right, let me see. But when we talk about transferring your mess, so this is why, y'all, I love doing these Wednesdays because it's more deep about who you are today. I talk to you about who you're going for the future. Some of y'all, you be like, ain't Miss Chanel is crazy. She irky today, but I'm going to get on because I want to see y'all. That's fine.
Right?
I'm good with that. But some of y'all, I know every time I come on, it's more than one. I'm hitting at least one person, right? And it's getting you understanding, and you're taking the natural steps to do what you had to do to make sure that you're paying attention. So your future with your young people, that's Cora, you can open it. Your future with your children will be different than how yours was. So now you're at a place where you are breaking generation curses because you was able to take these tools that we have provided you over this year, been a year now for some, to the point that we have to making sure that you taking the tools, you're using them, and now you're changing not just who you are on the outside, but in the inside where you will be breaking down generation curses in your life. All right, okay. Thank you. So let me just say this. So when we talk about accountability, it was real big on me to talk about before I bring this up. Joni, you good? Because it looked like you froze. I want to make sure you good.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just got your screenshot up.
Thank you. When we talk about accountability, y'all, it was important that I took y'all through the whole screen of why it's important at a young age we have to hold ourselves accountable. It says so many broken parents are building broken children. Don't let your mess become the foundation of your children's life. We have to break the cycle. I wanted us to digest that and look at that. When I seen it, I immediately shared it, right? Because I see so many children that I work with, and immediately I can see the generational things that they dealt with based on their parents. Immediately. From a conversation or just from some things they experienced. And what I said to myself was, I was going to make sure that this next generation understand what they go through might not affect them today, but it can affect your children in the long run. And this is how it can look. This is when we talk about kids showing up and we don't understand of why they acting a certain way or why they so angry or why what's going on. And then you talk to a parent and then you understand the parent experience and you know the experience. Sometimes you see the pain on the child's face, right? And it's not because we can't be great parents. It's just that we never was taught to be held accountable. I want us to go back. So again, when we talk about changing the narrative, we are breaking the cycle. When we go back, we talk about accountability came from your parents for punishment, your teacher, or your job. We never talk about when you grow up or holding yourself accountable. Holding yourself and saying, I'm gonna get up and make up my bed because this is what I need to do. This is the pride of my room. Not because my mom said I gotta do it or I won't get no chores, right? So this is why this is important. Because what we don't see today will show up in our children years later. So we gotta talk about it. See, back in the day, people didn't want to talk about it. The blessing about COVID, we want to talk about it. Everybody is now in a vulnerable place where we can have conversations now because people are tired. You're tired of being tired, and the tired could be from exhausted of you just carrying a lot of things around you spiritual that you don't even see because you haven't sat down and got to know who you was and start going the steps of holding yourself accountable. So sometimes tired doesn't mean that you work all the time. It just means your spirit can be tired as well. So we got to learn, what are the things that we don't want to our children to go through? And what are the things that we have to, like for me, because I'm learning late as adult with children, so I have to undo some things, right? Because my kids are growing up. And so now I have learned a new skill as a parent. Now I have to show them how it looks to hold myself accountable. What it is that to how to work on certain things that I know came through my mess, right? I know that me being being a young mother and went through what I went through, I know sometimes I was hard on them. So I know they probably feel like I gotta show up my best. It's a lot of things I know I put on them that I have to undo because I don't want this to happen in my bloodline. So I had to be honest and hold myself accountable and say I did that to my babies, right? So I'm just saying to you as future parents, work on yourself now. Don't get in your 40s and 30s like Miss England. Do it now. So when I talk to you years later, and you could be like, Miss England, I remember when we had those conversations, and I ain't doing that because I held myself accountable. I thought about that. That's what's going to make me joy. That's what's going to bring me light, right? So, we here to break cycles. We here to get to know who we are. And John, you can let it go. I just wanted to show it because that's my end. But accountability is real. And Joni said all the time, and I said this time I was going to really look it up and really get to know it, right? And get into it and research it. And I'm glad I did because it took me to another level. and learning some things about who I am and levels of accountability sometimes I didn't like, right? Even with holding myself. So I noticed I would hold myself accountable in this area, but this area I wouldn't, I was lacking. So I had to think about like, come on now, you just being phony with yourself, right? Just be on one accord with yourself. So this is why we had these conversations, but anything in the chat for me?
I love it, y'all. No, not really. Miss Carmen on here with us. Hey, Miss Carmen.
Hey, Miss
Um,
Conklin.
she did say children are what they live and that life is trial and error. And Taylor has said earlier, I have to fail in order to succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder, I haven't heard it. I wonder if somebody who really tried the whole business or did whatever they want to do in life and never failed. I'm curious if that ever even happened. Never
I don't
failed.
know. I don't know. I don't know of anybody.
Me either.
Yeah.
Like never failed. Like, come on now. So nobody ever succeeded and never failed. Come on, y'all.
I just don't think it's possible. Like even when you read some of the stories of some of the most successful people, the baseline of their success story is what went wrong.
Right.
Yeah. Like that's what people talk about. Like, and that's what makes the story for people to be able to see that regardless of the challenge, somebody was still able to overcome.
So again, until y'all can show up, send me some names, bring receipts. I haven't seen it done.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think, and if somebody does claim that, then I feel like they might be in denial.
Oh, if they claim it, I'm gonna research them first, right? Soon as I seen the name, I'm gonna research them.
They gotta be in denial. Man, I just found out today that I was just doing all this whole like media stuff wrong, like being on TV and all. I had my first media coach session today because I'm about to do this conference. And apparently this conference is so big, like I underestimated it, obviously. But apparently it's so big that they had me work with a media coach today. And I'm like, why was people letting me on TV before then? Like, because just opening my eyes to just all these new things and new techniques and stuff like that. Like, it's just
people don't even know that's a thing.
And I'm like, yo, I been needed this.
Yeah, it's an etiquette.
I'm not doing anything without this.
Yeah. And people don't know, right? But see, if you were somebody that was arrogant and saying, I've been doing this for years, well, I don't need no media experience.
That was like the first time I was ever staffed. And the staff person, they was all like, yeah, whatever you need me to do, get you water, open the door. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, what?
I would love it.
I'm like, yo, I told her, I said, no, yo, we just going to talk. We going to chill. I said, I'm very much capable of getting my own stuff. I don't need no.
Oh, see, that's what I live for. Okay. I can't wait. Okay. I didn't get my own water for 41 years. I'm tired.
Yo, I couldn't do it, y'all. I couldn't. Like, see? She was doing everything. Like, I couldn't.
Send me along just for the experience.
Hey, I'm had to bring you for one so you can see.
Yeah, just for the experience, because I would be loving
cool, that. Though, but when they get me, I'll be like, yo, we can chill.
Like, I be loving it. I be like, yeah, smooth water. I'd have been like, this is a little, that's what I'm living for. Come clean your house, clean your car. I need all that.
Yeah, I ain't really with it. I'm not with it. Let me do my own thing.
And because I know, and this is my takeaway, because I know my lifestyle, I know how hard I have to work. That's what you got to take in mind too. When you know the lifestyle you want, that means you got to put in a plan of how you're going to get what you need.
Exactly. And I knew from like 9-10 years old, I'm not going to be poor.
See, got a plan. You got to have a plan. Because what you can't say.
I ain't saying I had a plan, but I just knew I wasn't going to be poor.
See, but you had a mission. You knew that. That's the beginning.
I was determined, y'all.
Again, you know what you want in life and just go for it. So, and hold yourself accountable as you go along. And you don't really need people to do things that you could probably do for yourself. Except if it's certain things with business, you may. But there's some things you can do for yourself. Don't be afraid to do something uncomfortable, right? Because a lot of times when we feel that feeling uncomfortable, that's because the devil's saying that's the real thing. That's the real thing.
That sounds like the jewel right there, Miss
That's the
Miss
real thing.
England.
That's getting you closer to your destiny. Every time you feel that uncomfortable feeling and you like, I really don't want to do it, and you procrastinating, I'm telling you, that's the thing. That's the thing to your next level. So love you
Yes.
guys from your living room to mine.
Thank you, Miss
I love you,
England.
sis.
Beautiful session as always. Love you more.
Yes.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
Yes, and Amazon, ladies. Amazon.
Yes. See you,
Check them
Cindy.
out. All right. See
All
y'all.
right. See. Yo, another great Wednesday. King Cool, congratulations to your family. Yo, that is exciting, y'all. That's exciting. So thank you guys for being a foster family. I know y'all gonna be a great foster family. Like that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm excited for y'all. Ma, I see you. I got a plan. I'm dedicated to it, man. Stay with it. All right, y'all. That's it. We out. We done. Make sure y'all go catch the back to school event. The YouTube is something like City Schools TV. They should be playing out Jules. So let's see what's up with that. But yo, I see y'all what tomorrow if y'all gonna be on here for Thriving Thursdays. And also y'all, it is a quick opportunity to make some videos with the mayor's office. Paid situation. They'll pay for your transportation to and from whatever location it's going to be. And I think you get paid something like $25 or $30 or something like that. And you will be helping them to make videos around like trauma, food insecurity, and all that stuff like that. Basically speaking from like real experience. So either you portraying experience of somebody else that you know is real, or you just kind of talking about your own experience. So if anybody is interested in that, let me know. I'm gonna get you connected. I might do a post. I don't know, depending on how many people respond from here, but we'll see. But that's it, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, Thriving Thursday. And if not, next Wednesday, y'all know we're gonna be here for Winning Wednesdays. I see y'all. Let's go win, y'all.